Today, I'm going to be sharing with you some great tips that I've learned over the years for preparing for our Thanksgiving dinner. Hi, I'm Melissa Diane, and on this channel, we just have so much fun in the kitchen and in the garden and just all around our home. And y'all, I love Thanksgiving. I love cooking all the dishes. I love having friends and family over. But you know what I don't love? I don't love the stress a lot of times that happens when I'm trying to do everything the night before or the day of Thanksgiving. So if you're in the same boat and feel like a lot of times you just get way stressed out and you don't want that, then hopefully this video will help you see some different ways that you can save time and really enjoy the holiday with your friends and family. The first thing I like to do is about a month ahead of time, a month before Thanksgiving, I like to go ahead and figure out what I'm going to be cooking. And I keep all of my recipes for Thanksgiving and Christmas in one notebook because sometimes I'll interchange them between the two holidays. But I go ahead and I'll pull out all the ones I need for this Thanksgiving dinner, and then I make myself a grocery list. And I go ahead and I go to the grocery store and I get everything that I might possibly need except for the produce. Saves me a lot of time later on. The other thing I do, if I can, about a month ahead or maybe 3 weeks ahead of time, is I try to finalize the guest list. Are we having just family? Or are we also having a lot of friends come over? I try to figure out a ballpark number of guests. That way I can kind of play and line out my tables. Am I going to need 1, 2, or 3 tables this year? Do I need any extra tablecloths, any extra decorations? If so, it's a great time to run up to Hobby Lobby. We always need an extra excuse for going over to Kirkland's or Hobby Lobby, don't we? And I go ahead and I get everything I might need, and that way I have it well ahead of time. So now we're about 2 to 3 weeks before Thanksgiving. And sometimes I like to do this. I will go to the grocery store once I've looked at my recipes because I know I'm going to need a lot of onions and a lot of celery chopped up, right, to go into all the casseroles. So very often I will go ahead and get a couple of bundles of the celery. I'll chop all of that up. Same thing with the onions. I'll get 5, 6, 7, 8 onions, chop them all up, and then I will put those in bags, and I will often vacuum seal those right on the bag. 1 cup, 2 cups, so that way you know when you're fixing them in your recipes. But I will do that a lot of times, and then I will put them in the freezer, and you just pull them out when you need them. If you don't do that, then something that you can do is maybe just like the weekend before Thanksgiving, go ahead and chop up your celery, chop up your onions, put them in some baggies. Because right here, I just did these. I put these in some baggies, and I put on here dressing. I'm going to be using this for my dressing, and it's 2 cups. It's ready to go. Same thing here. I've got my onions all chopped up. This is going to go for this is for the broccoli. So it's ready to go. And then some green onions. I've got those all chopped up. This will save you a ton of time later on. Since I want to be able to have as much free time as possible on Thursday, on Thanksgiving, I like to back up a couple of days. So on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, that is going to be the day where I do all the cooking. Just about all of the cooking, except maybe a dessert possibly on Thanksgiving morning. But almost all of the cooking happens on Wednesday and Wednesday night. So then I back up one more day, and then on Tuesday, to make Wednesday go smoother, then on Tuesday, I do a lot of the prepping for Wednesday. So what the first thing I'll do is I go ahead, I'll pull out all of my recipes. And I look at them and I figure out which dish, and a lot of times I use the same casserole dishes every year, but I take my recipes and I will place those in each one of these dishes so that way I know where everything's going to go. So we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to place in here, I've got my cornbread, I've got sweet potatoes, I've got the broccoli casserole. We're going to be doing some spicy sausage balls this year, and those go back there in that dish. We've got some oyster dressing. Jay loves oyster dressing, so I do a little bitty oyster dressing. We're going to be doing a corn casserole. We've got some spicy green casserole. Our corn goes here, spicy green goes here, and then we're going to be doing a key lime pie. There's going to be some other dishes we're going to do, but these are the main ones as far as the casseroles. Now that we know which dishes that we're using for which casserole, now I like to go ahead and get as many of the ingredients out that I can and place those with the casseroles. We're in the pantry and I just start going through and getting everything I need. We're going to need definitely some of this chicken broth here for the dressing. We're going to need, up here, we're going to be needing some cream of mushroom soup, some cream of chicken probably, and then of course we need all of these green beans and all of our corn. So I just like to go through here, pick out everything I'm going to need and go ahead and put it in there in the casserole dishes. The afternoon I just spend just a little short while getting everything ready so then on Wednesday I can cook. So first of all, back here in the back, this is my white toast and my cornbread. I went ahead and I cooked it and I've crumbled it, so it's all ready. I've got the broth out, cream of chicken over here, and then I've chopped up, obviously, we've got the onions, we've got the celery, and we've got the green onions down here. Something else that I go ahead and do, I put a little bit of sugar in that dressing. So you see right here, these are all the spices. So I go through the recipe over here, figure out everything I need, the paprika, the pepper, etc. Everything I might need, it's in here, it's all measured, we're ready to go. So I don't have to measure anything at all tomorrow when I'm cooking. Over here I've got the sweet potatoes again. Got the potatoes over here, and then I just have in my little baggies, these are the nuts for the topping. Let's see what else I've got. For the topping, I've got the brown sugar, and then I've got the flour here, and then here's the sugar here for the sweet potatoes. So we're all ready to go, no measurings needed. And then over here, I've got one more casserole ready to go. I've got the broccoli florets already chopped up. And then these are the Ritz crackers that are already chopped or already crushed, and they're ready to go on top. There's one more thing that sometimes I like to do on Tuesday evening to help me get ready for Wednesday morning when I'm doing all the cooking. And that is I like to sometimes get all my mixing bowls out and my pots and pans, have them over by the stovetop. So that just makes everything go even smoother on Wednesday morning. And then Wednesday I get up, I run in here, I will put on the cider. So you've got cider to drink while you're cooking. My mom is usually here, so she's raring to go and she's got her cider, and then we put on the Hallmark movies, and I just love doing that because you can hear all of that music in the background and it really just gets you into the holiday season. And on that note, I want to say a great big thank you to all of the people who have subscribed to our channel this year. This is our first year to really be working on our YouTube channel, and we are so grateful and thankful for all of you. And if you haven't joined, please click that like button and join our family by clicking subscribe, and leave me any comments, any suggestions you might have on how to make Thanksgiving a lot easier when you're preparing. Now be sure and check out that next video that's popping up, because all of these recipes that you've seen, we're going to be doing videos this week on those one by one. So check them out, and I will see you over there in a few minutes. Bye-bye.